Hello and welcome back to Asia Now. In this video, I'll tell you about multiple foreigners arrested in the Philippines, Senate orders arrest of Mayor Alice Go and some of her family members. President Marcos Jr. says Quiboloy should turn himself in and supports the 10 million peso reward, and much more. Starting off with the Philippines exchange rate, currently 1 USD is equal to 58.38 pesos. Top stories today are going to be about a bunch of foreigners committing crimes in the Philippines and being arrested by the Bureau of Immigration. Starting off with the BI arresting a Russian man identified as Andrei Umnansky, 36 years old, which was apprehended by the BI's Board of Commissioners. He was ordered to be deported in 2023 after the BI's Board of Commissioners found him to be overstaying for more than 3 years. The Russian has previously made headlines on 2 separate occasions in Palawan for his involvement in altercations. In 2020, he was arrested in El Nido for resisting arrest and disobeying persons in authority after local officials reported that he was drunk and violent in their barangay. Additionally, in 2022, he was cited in the news for assaulting a tricycle driver in Puerto Princesa. The BI Commissioner Norma said, I quote, "The Bureau of Immigration does not welcome foreigners who abuse the country's hospitality. We are committed to maintaining peace and order, and we will take necessary actions against those who violate the law." Okay, Russians lately don't have a very good reputation in Southeast Asia, especially in Thailand, and now slowly creeping into the Philippines as well. I don't want to judge a whole country or whatever, but when you do stuff like this, the first thing people are going to look into or actually be curious about is which country is the person committing the crime is. So as one traveler to another, just behave. Let's go on to our next misbehaving foreigner. Next, we have an Indian man wanted for terror. Is it? Falls in Bacolod. The BI announced that they've arrested an Indian Nepalese national tagged by authorities in New Delhi as a ranking leader of a separatist terror group and wanted criminal in India. So they arrested this guy in his residence in Bacolod. The man's 41 years old and has multiple aliases. The BI arrested him after the government of India requested his capture. Next on the list of foreigners misbehaving, a Chinese man using a fake visa was stopped at Naya. A Chinese man who presented a fake Philippines tourist visa was stopped by immigration authorities on Monday afternoon. The Chinese man, identified as Su Wengpeng, arrived via Cebu Pacific flight from Hanoi. When he was intercepted by immigration officers at the Naya Terminal 3, Su claimed to be traveling alone for a vacation in Bohol when immigration officers noticed inconsistencies in his 9A tourist visa. Upon document checking under the BI forensic documents laboratory, let's say, it was confirmed that the visa he presented was a counterfeit. He was immediately detained and pretty much going to be deported soon because you can't be using a fake visa to enter any country, not just the Philippines. So not a good day not a good video for any foreigners misbehaving in the Philippines. Now, let me just be clear. I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes, of course. I'm not here to judge people, but when you're traveling internationally, this kind of stuff does affect everybody within that local community, as well as travelers and your nationality. Hopefully, we could all just be positive ambassadors for our nationalities, but sometimes stuff like this happens. I'm bringing this to you guys so you're fully aware of what's going on in the Philippines. Next up, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. in a media interview on Wednesday called on Kingdom of Jesus Christ leader Pastor Apollo Quiboloy to show himself and face the charges against him. The president also defended the initiative of private citizens in putting up 10 million peso reward for anyone who can give information that will lead to the arrest of the fugitive religious leader, as early announced by the Interior Secretary Benjamin Abalos. Now, this was actually a surprise to me. I had no idea that actual individual private citizens put up that reward money. I just thought it was like the police or something, but yeah, so shows that a lot of people want this man to come and face the charges, but I also know a lot of people believe in him. I'm not here to say who's right or wrong, but that's the latest on Pastor Quiboloy. Although, if somebody was facing those serious charges, I would assume I don't want to get into all that, but regardless, that's a lot of, I don't want to say it on this channel because this video will be demonetized, but this guy's facing a whole bunch of serious charges, not only in the Philippines, but also from the U.S. government as well.
They want to help us bring a fugitive to justice. He is a fugitive. He is hiding from the law. Now, if there are private citizens who want to assist the government in that effort to bring him to justice, I do not see what is any. So he can question their motives as much as they want, but magpakita siya. I question his motives.
Next up, the Senate cited in contempt and ordered the arrest of Bamban Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo or Guo Huaping and 7 others for repeatedly snubbing the inquiry on illegal activities in the Philippines offshore gaming operators. So yes, she has been dodging the Senate hearing for quite some time now and saying that she's not feeling well and she has threats, therefore she's not showing up to these hearings. But now there's an arrest warrant, it seems like. I don't know if it's an actual warrant, but they've ordered the arrest of Mayor Alice Guo or Mayor Huaping, I think is her Chinese name, or alleged Chinese name, I should say. Regardless, by now, if you watch the Philippines news, you'll know that Alice Guo is front and center in everything that's going on because they think she's really associated with like pogos and all that stuff. I don't want to bore you anymore with that. But now there's been an arrest ordered for her and several of her family members. Just quickly staying on Alice Guo here, Senator Sherwin Gatchalian on Wednesday showed the school records of suspended Mayor Alice Guo that revealed that she attended Grace Christian High School, disproving Guo's claim that she was homeschooled. Her whole story and her backstory is slowly falling apart. They're really diving deep into her background, so anything she's done in the past, I'm sure will soon come to light. Also, I figured if somebody went to school with her, they would have been like, hey, yeah, I went to school with this chick back in high school. She wasn't homeschooled, but you never know.
For clarity, I wish to reiterate the persons cited in contempt and the persons to be issued subpoena. So the persons cited in contempt are Alice Guo or Guo Huaping.
Anyhow, moving on to our next story. A driver arrested for lewd remarks. A habal-habal, if you don't know what that is, it's a motorcycle taxi. Driver was arrested outside a mall in Barangay Luz, Cebu City on July 9th after making an inappropriate remark to a passerby. The driver, known as alias Eddie, allegedly told the woman, "Lamiing motor," literally translation, motor is delicious, which is interpreted as a lewd comment. Eddie, who claimed his remark was misunderstood and meant to highlight the comfort of riding his motorcycle, was taken to the Mabolo police station. Police have emphasized the importance of the Safe Spaces Act, which prohibits such behavior, reminding the public to avoid making inappropriate comments. Yes, the Philippines government recently, I think, passed a law that even foreigners should not be making any kind of basically catcalling to random women, and there shouldn't be a law for that. Let me be very clear. I love women. I think we have all that, but I think it's a little bit inappropriate to just randomly say inappropriate things to women that are just walking by. You don't know who they are. They may not be interested in you. I mean, I'm a man. I probably talk a lot with my guy friends, but I don't just say to a woman's face, which can make them feel very uncomfortable, of course. So be careful of your behavior if you come to the Philippines, because making some sexual comments or somebody may get you arrested. And come on, who's he kidding? My motorbike is comfortable? Come on, we all know what he was saying. Now it's time for a segment, Yesterday Today, where I take a look and share some of the most popular comments on the video that we did yesterday, which was mainly about the 2 ex-cops that were arrested because of what happened to the Miss Universe and her Israeli husband. Most of the people seem to be talking about why are they not showing the man's face, right? I think a lot of that has to do with the innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, even though there's a lot of evidence against them, I think until they go to trial, they shouldn't really show their face because we don't know if they're going to be guilty or not. In a way, I agree with that, to be honest. I know some of you may disagree, but especially when it comes to men and these, like, the whole Me Too movement, how many men's lives have been ruined because somebody just said something, even if it wasn't true, and you can never get that back, right? So a part of me agrees with that, a part of me doesn't. I don't really know how I feel about it because I don't involve myself in criminal acts, but yeah, I can see it from both sides, to be honest. So let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Should they cover their face during a press conference? Or if they're going to bring them out anyways, why cover their face, right? I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle of that. Anyways, let's go on to read some of the comments. Ian Higgins says, why they not show their faces, especially when the suspects were the ones involved? Yeah, so exactly what I said. Cheat Lie Steele says, Filipino are so nice and friendly, said every YouTuber. Every YouTuber? I don't know, man. Actually, I said Filipinos, but my experiences have been wonderful. I can't speak for everybody else. Another person commenting on the person that has their face covered, Brian McCormick says, seems strange to me being an American and seeing prisoners brought in front of a camera with their faces covered here in the US to keep them in a cell and show you the mugshot. As far as getting over there, I'll be there in Cebu near the end of the year, and I've never been and I really want to check it out. Okay, have a great trip. Oh, the most popular comment, it comes from Glenn, who says, cops in Catholic Church, the cause of most misery in the Philippines. Well, that one started some debate in the comment section there. Speaking of comments, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. It really motivates me to make these videos, and leave your comments about any of the stories I talked about today. If you take time to write it, I'll take the time to respond. I'm going to go ahead and watch a movie in the theater, Quiet Place, day one. I think it's like, yeah, that movie where you can't talk. And I'm going to have some good time, hopefully. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.